look at that. It's 13 minutes after 7. It must be time to check in with Dan in Sonoma. Dan?
Sean, if Chuck Schumer can demand a special election for Israel, which, by the way, he should be impeached for that, for making such a stupid statement on the Senate floor.
Do you have to say nasty words on the show, Dan?
You mean Chuck Schumer? That is a bad word.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's see. What is he? I don't know.
A steaming pile is what Chuck Schumer is.
He would have fit right in back in 1930s Germany.
Without question. Well, I know you're not trying to be funny, because it's not. It's dead serious.
It doesn't do any good if I try to be funny, Dan. It never happens.
Well, not with this guy. I mean, this guy really is sick. At least Mitch McConnell did. I guess I haven't seen his rebuttal, but he did say something against that.
You mean bug juice?
Yeah, I don't know what he said. But if Schumer can make that demand that Israel should have a special election, McConnell can say something like, we could demand the same of Ukraine. Because, Hamas is still attacking Israel. Just as Putin's Russia is still attacking Ukraine, you can make the same argument that Ukraine should, they've done enough counter-striking against Russia. Just fall back and have it. Have a two-state solution with Ukraine and Russia. That sounds like a good idea.
Oh, Dan, you are a genius.
I have my moments.
I have a feeling this weekend you're going to be invited to a St. Paddy's Day party.
I'll believe that when I see it. But anyway,
I mean, you claim to be a bad Mexican, but
yes.
you might make a great Irishman. You never know.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. You know what? I might see if I can, I'll paint myself green and orange and see how it goes this weekend.
I don't think it can get any worse.
Yeah, those are ugly colors together. And speaking of ugly, the reigning number one ugliest woman in politics has raised her ugly head yet again. I'm talking about Janet Yellen. She spoke on Fox Business the other day, and she was almost jokingly admitting that the word she used, transitory, which, by the way, is a very careful. It was a carefully chosen word, meaning temporary.
Yeah,
probably wasn't the right thing to say. The story came.
You can't say anything anymore, Dan.
No, I can't. She is ugly.
No, I mean not you necessarily. Anyone. We can't talk anymore because it'll be offensive.
You know what? I don't care.
Well, I don't either.
I really don't care. It's
kind of
you
fun,
and I, the
actually.
Shallow Brothers.
Yeah, we should start a rock band, the Shallow Brothers.
That's a great band. That sounds like a great name. You and I can both sing too. That's great.
Well, we can sing better than the national host.
This woman is not only ugly; she's stupid. I mean, she literally does not understand where the inflation is coming from. It is obviously coming from all the overspending, which was predicted by a number of actually rational economists. When you overspend as badly as they did, you create inflation. Now, this inflation is not going to go away anytime soon. Even if Donald Trump gets in, he's going to have a hell of a time, getting this thing fixed, especially without a Congress and Senate to help him, because he's going to have to either reverse some laws, which he can do by himself, or pass some new laws. If he employs who was that? Not Alan Greenspan, his former economic advisors. Larry Kudlow, that's what I'm thinking about. Kudlow's a genius regarding the economy. If he comes back into the White House, things might look good, but of course he's going to need some help. But where's the Republicans? Calling out this woman? You're not going to hear them say anything, and the reason why is because they helped cause this. When you have Mike Johnson coming up with compromise after compromise, kicking the can down the road with these budget deals to avoid a government shutdown, that adds to the inflation. This is why the Republicans are silent about the whole thing, because, again, they're culprits. So they don't have any moral leg to stand on.
Dan, I need to ask you this question. I've asked other people, and I so far haven't gotten my answer yet. Why does it take so long to count votes?
Well, they pay them by the hour, most likely. That's probably what's going on. And by the way, this Prop 1 thing that is narrowly going to pass, the cynic in me says, I personally don't think it did. I think there was so much government and taxpayer money riding on this particular bill. They had to manufacture a bunch of votes. That's people
why
voted.
It takes so long to count the votes. Oops, we haven't won yet. Let's find some more votes. Okay. Look, a bag of votes.
I bet you anything, if there was an actual audit of that particular vote, you'd find countless ballots that were illegally produced. I'm certain of it. But again, you have a
need
Republican
to have
Party.
audits, and sadly, the people in charge don't want them. So, how do you get that done?
Well, remember we talked about yesterday who your friends are and who your friends are not. Your Republican Party isn't.
Nope.
Because they're the first that should be making that charge, saying, "Hey, something smells here. We need to look into this." They won't even make mention of it.
Dan, enjoy your St. Patty's Day party. I will talk to you later.
I'll send you pictures of me painted orange and green. How's that sound?
I look forward to that.
You probably shouldn't, but anyway, I'll send it anyway.
Talk to you next week.
Take care, bud.
I think the answer to curing inflation is a balanced budget.
Now, how do you do that? I mean, it's not, how do you balance the budget?
Well, balancing the budget is like protecting
You don't
your
spend more than you take in, right?
No, it's like protecting your virtue. You have to learn to say no.
There's got to be another way.